Welcome to all you Aquarians. Welcome for your monthly horoscope for September 2015. And let's have a look at what the planets are doing. It's eclipse time, so it's quite busy for all of us. But the good thing for Aquarians is, or for some of you certainly, is Venus and Mars coming together in your 7th house. So it's right at the beginning of the month, Venus and Mars in a conjunction with each other. When you see that, it's passion. So it depends on the house, of course, of the area of your life where that passion will show itself. Sometimes it's passion for a job or passion to learn something new. But for you, it's in the 7th house of other people. So is there a new romance going on there? It certainly is a passionate one. Are you having, in your relationship, these really passionate feelings for each other, etc., etc. That's what is possible with Venus and Mars there. If you are single, it's a good time to meet someone with Venus and Mars bang in your 7th house. But it's only a couple of days, but interesting to mention. Now, the other things that are going on are the eclipses. And I made 2 separate videos of the eclipses. Otherwise, these would be too long. I explained the solar eclipse in Virgo on the 13th of the month and the Aries eclipse, lunar eclipse, on the 28th of the month. So let's get started with the Virgo energy. So the solar eclipse is the sun and the moon together in Virgo, and it opposes Chiron. And it has the energy of new beginnings and very real new beginnings because it's in Virgo. It wants to be real. But it also has this healing aspect to it. Now for you, it's happening in very real houses as well. It's happening in your 8th house, from your 8th house to the 2nd house, which are value houses, money houses, shared resources houses, especially the 8th. So what could that mean? It could mean that on a very basic level, it could mean that when you are in a relationship, that there is this new beginning when it comes to your the resources that you share. So maybe you're going to do something else, or maybe there is like a loan that is terminated, or maybe there is a new loan that you're going to take. Whatever it is, it has to do with money that you share or property that you share with someone else, and re-looking at it and starting brand new, actually. So an ending or a new start. So that's one thing on a very basic level. On a more deep level, it could mean a psychological deepening and understanding of yourself, or an intimacy with someone that is close to you on a deep level. It could mean that you just have entered a new relationship, and now it's that new beginning, that getting more intimate with each other, not only on a sexual level, but also on a kind of soul, mental level, that you open up for each other and you are not showing the masks anymore. So that could be possible as well. Or there is a new start when it comes to you exploring 8th house issues, which is fear, which is life after death, which is the metaphysical, the occult. So there could be something, and indirectly also that has to do also with healing, because Chiron plays a role in this as well. So maybe you are going to study psychology, for instance, or you are going to do something that is very deep psychological, that gives you deep psychological insights. So it's a really interesting solar eclipse, but for you, it's in an area of your life that is a bit hidden, that is not so right in front of you. But that's good. That's not bad at all. And on the other hand, there is also this Mercury retrograde in the 9th house, together with a lunar eclipse in the 3rd house. What is that all about? This is more about knowledge and connections with other people. So there is a kind of a culmination, especially around the end of the month, of you understanding something that gives you way more insight, and on a very, very basic level, because it's in the 3rd house. The moon is in Aries, which is straightforward, open, and the 3rd house is a communicative house. It's the house of siblings. It's the house of the way that you think, the way that you are curious, the way that you want to understand things on a real basic level. So there is coming more understanding for you. This is good for everyone, you know. But particularly now that is happening to you. And with the Mercury going retrograde in your 9th house means that this getting it on a very basic level is coming from a more research when it comes to having a bit of a broader view. It's very dualistic because Mercury is a very detailed planet. And it's in a house that is very broad, that is saying, look a bit further, look a bit broader here. Don't be too narrow-minded. So it has the energies of both. So you're broadening your mind, but you're doing that in a very specific level. Now, what could that mean? It could mean that you are going to study again, something that you already did in the past, because the 9th house is a house of studies. It could mean that you are going to travel to a country that you already went. And with that traveling, keep in mind, because Mercury retrograde always slows down a certain area, keep in mind that maybe you will have some delays, or maybe it will have more intensity. So I didn't always see delays with the Mercury retrograde in the 9th. I also saw intensity when it comes to picking up information very broadly and trying to connect all the dots. Maybe you're going to review your belief system. So 9th house is so important for your perspective and what we and a perspective. Every perspective of every human being is unique, of course, but here you have a chance to explore, and to explore maybe opinions of other people, of writers, of artists, because the 9th house is also the house of foreign countries, of culture, and so on. So it could be through traveling that you say, oh, but I was a bit too narrow-minded and I want to, well, I don't think that Aquarians are very narrow-minded, but it's a good time to explore, and it's a good time to think a bit broader than normal. So a good time, it's a busy time for Aquarians, because it's in those social houses that all this activity of the eclipses and the Mercury retrograde is going on. So this shows that Aquarians are going to be more sociable during the month of September. It's a good time to think about maybe when you want to launch a website or a book or an event that has a public recognition, to prepare that. It's a good time. Not actually to do the event, that is better in October, but to think about it and so on. So thank you very much for watching, you dear Aquarians. Thank you for listening, for all your support. And check out the other videos with the eclipses if you want more details. And thank you for watching, and see you next month. Bye-bye.